You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, King Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. I'm Alina and this is Cam, and we're about to break down Real Housewives of Atlanta season finale. A lot going on. The episode's called Happiness and Joy. It's episode 20 for those of you wondering. But and Bing is for doing. I just want to remind everybody we appreciate your support, comments, ratings, all of the above. Thank you so much.
Please watch us on iTunes. You can put it up on iTunes. Subscribe if you need to. Make comments, whether you like it or hate it.
Yes,
Let us
guys.
know.
And how about that, Alina on her first time hosting the show on her own? I
Yes,
love it. I
guys.
love it, Alina. And here's my thing with you guys in this show. Usually you have a handful of people. Today it's just the two of you, but you are breaking down the finale. And on occasion I've watched the Housewives of Atlanta, but I haven't really watched this season. So I'm excited for you to kind of break that down and let us know what happened on this finale episode. And furthermore, as what Cam was saying, yes, iTunes, comment, and rate our show. We love it. And that's it. Alina, tell me what happened on the episode. I can't wait to hear it.
Well, as I mentioned, it's the finale, so we kind of tied some things up and we kind of left some things unsaid. But let's start with relationship assessments. And first and foremost, we have Kim and Croy.
Kim and Croy.
Cam, what do you think? They seem pretty happy and, you know, she's spoiling him and still loving him. What's going on?
Well, you know, we have Jesse and Mikey that generally do the show and stuff with us. And then we also have Courtney who calls in. And we all kind of made a consensus that maybe the relationship would last 2 to 3 years. I could see going a little further. I didn't realize. I guess I should have paid attention. He's 26, right? And she's 33.
He just turned 26 on the show.
Right. She's 33. When they went to eat at Ray's. And
She's merely 33? I would have assumed a good 43, but like a 43 trying to
You
look
and
younger.
the rest of the world.
I don't know if that's the truth. Is that the truth? Wow. Okay. Sorry.
I believe it. But again, you know, it just gets worse because she wears, we talked about last week, that same wig. I don't care if you pin it up on top as opposed to pulling it out of your face every time. It's change it up.
I wonder what Croy thinks about the wig. And do you really believe that she walks around without it on when he's home?
Yeah, actually, I do. Because if you can let a man watch a baby pass out of you, why not watch you when you're bald if you're bald? I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what he thinks of the wig. I wonder if he likes it or he wants her to take it off. And
well, you know, I think they, Jesse them said Courtney said, I think she probably has regular hair. It's just not to her liking. She's so used to wearing a wig. Maybe it becomes a crutch.
yeah, I guess she is very particular. So
I did think it was kind of tacky, though, that why would you even, I mean, it's his birthday. Why would you even mention Big Papa, though? You know, sitting there?
that was kind of awkward, right? Out of nowhere.
Isn't it my birthday?
I don't know if it's the editing or what, but it was awkward. I agree with
It
you.
was definitely for camera, right? You know what I mean? Just to mention his name and pull her back into relevancy
I guess.
or tendency.
And what did you think about her rushing his birthday dinner just to get to her present?
I figured that's all it was for. I knew it was a big present, though. It had to be because, you know, they're not paying for the house, so she must have spent it on something.
I mean, she seemed more excited about the gift than he did.
Yeah. Until he saw it, though.
Until he saw it. I mean, it was a nice present, granted. She got him a Porsche Panamera or whatever they call it, Turbo. She made sure to mention that.
Mm-hmm.
So he seemed pretty happy.
Yeah. Maybe he'll knock it out. Maybe that's how she got pregnant.
For the second time.
For a second time.
I can't believe. So they're having a second baby. I'm telling you, you guys watch this episode more than this show. More. So he's gonna get another baby with her.
He's gonna have another baby.
And is this what the spin-off reality show is for her?
Is there a spinoff? Are you breaking news?
Oh no, I thought you were still on Kim.
Well, they're
Yeah,
gonna
we're on
have a
Kim.
wedding special.
Yeah.
And we know at the end of this episode, they told us that she got married in November.
November 11th, 2011.
Yep. So
She tacky.
So we know that their relationship is going well. They seem pretty happy. They're having a second kid. They're married. So I guess it's not so bad. Another happy couple is Cynthia and Peter.
Yeah, it looks like some of that dynamic is changing. I guess, like we said, maybe Peter's learned his lane, or he knows his lane now.
Do you think it's going to last?
No. No, because he'll probably get tired of it. He'll probably want to, wear the pants again, and something will go wrong. Maybe he's riding it out. Maybe he's accepting that, the show is money, and I got to put on the face and play the game. Cynthia's, I don't know, she's a little...
I feel like Cynthia is going to get bored with
Special.
him. That's what it seemed like in the beginning of the season.
Comparative to the other girls, I don't know. I think she's a little, not dull, but, maybe add some of the outfits that we saw in Africa and some of the hair. No pigtails, girls, no pigtails.
She went back to the pigtails.
No pigtails, don't do it. Yeah, I don't know about her choices sometimes, so she's a little lightheaded.
But let's stick to tonight's episode. So Kandi had this model search, and she found a bunch of models, and there by her side.
Oh, sorry, Cynthia. Sorry, I got.
I called her
Cynthia,
Kandi. I'm sorry.
Cynthia
Had the model search. Peter was by her side the whole time, and she had a pretty successful day. What did she have? Like 5 models. So he's being really supportive and.
Gotta make that money because I guess bar one's not doing very well. A sidebar, I actually did like her hair. It was almost like a straight, maybe razor cut, shoulder length with bangs, wig. That was good hair.
And last
I
week,
liked it.
when Mikey was here and Stephanie, we were talking about the agency and how we were. Actually, all of us, we were thinking about, where would you go with it? Is it going to be successful in Atlanta? But she talked about how she's just going to
use it as a stepping stone for major agencies in New York or so. Yeah,
exactly. So maybe she does have an idea. Maybe she's onto something and she could really be profitable.
Well, and that's why they cut to the editing of her meeting with Russell Simmons and how he said to, utilize those that aren't going to be in front of the camera. And, there's always jobs behind the scenes. So she talked about makeup and hair.
So do you guys think she's one of the more boring characters on this show? And if so, it's like, is it because she came into this a little bit different? She wasn't a needy housewife in the sense that she just wanted to be on reality TV. She had a modeling success, in her day. She was, killing it from what I've heard. So maybe that plays into why she's not trying to get so crazy on this show, but still boring, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know how they cast these shows. So maybe that, you got to have somebody that's kind of flatline as opposed to Sheree, who nobody likes. It's just she's kind of despicable. Because Courtney does not like Sheree.
Yeah, she seems very uninteresting, but she seems like she's actually trying to make reality TV.
She's trying to hustle.
Yeah, and I think Cynthia's kind of tried as well, but it's just she's boring and she's a bit childish.
Yeah,
So,
like I said, she's a little lightheaded, and you see that she's trying to put the hustle on too, because I think her, Marlo, and NeNe all saw Candy's party as an opportunity party, as opposed to when they got there like. So we'll get to that.
Yes, we will get to that. And lastly, our third relationship, it's NeNe and Greg / her business partner John. So first off, NeNe and Greg. She has a really tough time signing the divorce papers. And apparently we found out at the end of the episode she actually did. So they're officially divorced.
Well, actually, in the beginning, she did say that she made a huge decision that she was going to move forward with the divorce. And then again, at the end, we saw that it was
Official.
So
what do you think? Are you shocked? Did you think she was actually going to?
No, I think Courtney called it. She said she knew money. And she's kind of moved on and moved apart. And I made a comment about sometimes we grow in different directions. So she's got her hustle on. I don't like her. It doesn't mean I don't respect her hustle. And I've said that before.
What do you think of her and the new businessman, John? He bought her a Rolex. That's a pretty big deal.
And I talk about this in My Wives. You revert to what you know, and the opportunistic climbing ladder kind of thing. She's toying with him. I think, dumb him for not. Maybe it's Cameron, who knows? Dumb him for falling for it if he really does have feelings for her. But also, I think anybody who plays with somebody else's emotions like that, and especially on camera, like you're putting it on blast. you know, I mean, we're not what notch away from a hookah.
Dude, she's totally playing him. She looks so uninterested.
That was a Rolex.
But yet, she's really happy to take the present, give him a hug, and say, thanks, bling, bling.
You know, and he's like, what is this? She's like, you know, it doesn't say anything, but, you know, but of course in her little confessional, she's like, I'm not ready for no relationship, but I do want the watch.
Yeah, seriously.
You ain't much different than Kim was, and Kim's trying to, I guess, grow up and move on.
I know. Kim settled down. She
thought it
left
was
Big Papa.
Interesting though, right? When at the end they do little summaries of what's going on, and she has a recurring role on Glee. So I guess 2 times is recurring. Is it more than? Has she been on more than twice?
I don't know. Any callers? Does anybody know if NeNe's been on more than twice on Glee?
And don't get me wrong, she's got her
And is
hustle.
she coming back?
Tweet us. Is it going to be a consistent role? But you know, I guess it doesn't matter if the director, or what is his name, Ryan Murphy, he's cast her in another show we talked about too as a surrogate for a gay couple. So
Yeah, so maybe she will win her Oscar. What do you think?
she got that
NeNe and
hustle.
Meryl Streep will have equal amount of Oscars. Maybe. Anything's possible. All right, let's move on from the relationships. All these girls are going beyond Real Housewives of Atlanta. We know Kandi is already really successful. She's a musician. She's breaking her way into country. So now she actually launched her sex line, and it seems to be pretty successful, at least the launch party. And she said that from thinking about it 6 months ago, she actually delivered a product within that 6 months. So Kandi's definitely a smart businesswoman. What do you think?
Well, I definitely think so. And I also, you know, we have to realize that Kandi was the most she is the most wealthy of the entire group. So when you have money to spend, you can make money. It takes money to make money. And, you know,
true.
obviously that party, that was a lot of money she put into it. You know, everybody else's party that we've ever seen on the franchises, you know, if it's not at their home, it's kind of janky. Bar one, right? That whole sad mess. So, and like I said, girls can make money. You can make money off of the adult industry. Just because you're female, why should you have to be exploited? You know.
So what do you think? Do you think she's going to be really successful? With
She'll
the
make
line?
millions. I definitely believe it. If you can have these seedy men, you know, balding and slimy and greasy, making millions off of adult toys, why shouldn't a woman get in on that?
Another successful housewife
Make that
is
coin.
Phaedra. You know, we know she's a lawyer, and now she's getting into the funeral business. She had that big announcement at the Atlanta City Hall, honoring Willie Watkins. And apparently she's coming out with a makeup line for the deceased.
A makeup line for morticians, and apparently she also relishes in the beauty of the human body.
Phaedra's so funny.
She is. She actually is very entertaining.
She has the best one-liners. How about her line at this is off topic, but she called herself a doncologist, PhD, because she made Kandi turn around so she could check out her butt. So let's go on to the NeNe, the more unsuccessful businesses. She talks about this L Lounge with
John.
But we never hear about it opening or being successful, or even opening up in New York and Miami, like he mentioned.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think she's actually going to go through with this? Do you think it was just something to add to the show?
I think she probably allowed him to attach her name to something, and it just didn't really pan out yet. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, because he made mention of the fact Miami lease didn't really work out. So, or the Florida lease, you know, and that's how he segued into maybe coming to New York, and she can't drive, and well, I should get a driver for you, and she likes that idea, and she tacky.
I think NeNe's L Lounge, idea is not really smart, because do you see her as a businesswoman, somebody who's going to go actually make sure the club is going well, show her face, promote it? I don't know. She does not seem like the type to put
I don't think she puts the
effort.
energy or the effort that's required. I think right now, I think she believes that she can bank off of her name enough that's going to carry her, you know. But or maybe she's just driven so much to make it in the movie and television industry. Who knows? Maybe she's focused too far there, and she's just kind of spreading herself thin.
All right, and lastly, it's Cynthia's agency. We kind of discussed this already. She actually had a successful model launch, and some of the girls that she chose actually looked like they could be real models. They have the height criteria, the bone structure, all that stuff. So maybe she's onto something. What do you think? Do you think she could actually cater them to be real models that could go on to New York and LA and get signed?
Well, I think it's always possible, but like Mikey said, he said most models that are in Atlanta will probably stay in Atlanta, but I think she has the right idea, is use it as a stepping stone, so maybe you find a diamond in the rough.
And she does have the right connections, so maybe she could get these models signed by a big agency.
So is it like a school that she has?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
I mean, and then there's always the sense that it could just be good business for her. I mean, she is a name. Atlanta, if they don't have as much opportunity as, New York or Los Angeles, it's just a good career venture for her. I mean, there's a lot of times, you could go to a particular school or whatnot to become a model. It doesn't guarantee these women are going to have success, but it's going to sure help out Homegirl's career. It's kind of like a thing there, too.
Yeah, I mean, if it is successful, her name's on it and she's going to get all the glory. But at the same time, if it isn't successful, it's not going to look really good. However, I think she has the right idea. I wonder how much she's charging these young girls, though. Because how is she making her money?
And I bet these young girls are going to be rushing to be around her, don't you think? I mean, she's got the reality TV cameras around. She's been successful back in the day. People are going to be really rushed up under her is what I see.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, you got to use it as long as you can, I guess. You got to find your foothold somehow or another. But I found it interesting, jumping back to the party, since we're talking about Cynthia. Like I said, I think her, NeNe, and Marlo were expecting the party to be more of an opportunity to socialize and wine and dine or talk with people and find connections. And then Kandi actually straight up called it out and said, Phaedra and I know how to make money. That's what this party says. We know how to make money.
And it's so true. I completely agree. Because obviously would we say they're the two most successful ones on the show?
Well, I'm still kind of, I don't know. I mean, you tell me. You think Phaedra's successful?
Well,
I would love to see her do like her own show with dealing with court, but I guess privacy and all that kind of stuff.
She is a lawyer, so she can't be broke. I mean, unless she's excessively spending, but I don't see that personally on the show. What did you think of the party? I mean, I thought it was all fun. It looked good. She had a lot of people. Kandi said she's smart. She knows how to make money. So she uses social networking. She tweeted it out to all her fans. And like we saw, there was a lot of people there. They were all getting familiar with the products. And I'm sure they're going to put it out there and tweet. And it's going to bring more promotion to her. What did you think? And what did you think of NeNe and the Tall Girls Club hating?
Tacky. If you're going to be supportive, be supportive,
I know, NeNe, what do you think about NeNe's, she has this fear almost of...
It takes her back to a dark place.
She acts so prude and pristine, and it's such a freaking... It's annoying. It's like, NeNe, you were a stripper.
Yeah. Like I said, maybe it was a traumatic experience that she's just running from every time she sees that kind of stuff. But yeah, she passes judgment. But hey, we talk about it. She's trying to move up and move on. But Courtney made the call. Sometimes we forget where we come from. You don't have to embrace it forever, but just, acknowledge it. And it is what you don't have to stay, but you don't have to make comments like that. Don't judge other people for doing what you did to get where you're at.
Yeah, and loosen up, because really there wasn't any stripping going on. It was a party about pleasure. So they had some guys who didn't have their shirts on massaging women. If you don't want to engage, that's fine, but don't sit in a corner by yourself judging the drinks, judging the party, judging Kandi the whole time.
I know who doesn't judge a lot, but we love the judgment of our phone call people.
Yes,
424-256-1729. Let's hit a phone call right now if that's okay with you guys.
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, caller.
Hi.
Hi, who is this?
This is Courtney calling from Huntington Beach, California.
Hi, Courtney. We need your help. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. What did you think of the party and the Haters Club?
I was just getting home and I caught the interview guys here, and I would like to understand what the hell was wrong with NeNe acting so dramatic just because the men was rubbing on some ladies and they weren't even naked.
Well, NeNe apparently is the biggest prude in town because she acts like she can't see anything like that, talk about it.
But just earlier in the episode, she was talking about how Greg puts it down. Like, so it's okay if it's an old man, but if it's a hot young man, she can't handle it. I don't understand. And I love NeNe, but that was a mess. And I was pissed off because if I was with her and I had rode with her and she was talking about I was going to leave, I would have stole that bitch's purse so she couldn't drive nowhere and took her keys.
Yeah, she had no consideration.
That's what Marlo said, right? She's like, you're going to end up with a missing tire or something like that. Yeah, and then you're right. I totally thought of you when she made the comment about Greg. She's like, "Oh, Shogo misses sex."
Yes.
You know.
I know that is gross. I don't want to think about that, but
I think she's always kind of not wishy-washy, but she just throws stuff out there and doesn't really think about. She didn't put herself in other people's shoes. But I thought about you earlier too when we were talking about Cynthia's hair, and I remember you had tweeted about the wig line, and I made the comment about turning her empty lot into a horse stable.
She said that's such a good idea.
But I was going to ask, because I don't really know much about wigs and stuff, and I know most of the now is, did they ever really make wigs out of horsehair? Totally off topic. I'm sorry, you guys.
Yeah,
but if you want to tweet on it
absolutely.
and say, you know what, Cam, get it back on topic. I just wanted to know, did they actually use horsehair before?
yes.
You know, that's a really good question because I don't think I know. Because I know synthetic weaves and wigs or
Right.
synthetic hair, but like I don't know.
I just remember that from watching an episode of Martin a long time ago, and he was ripping on Tashina Arnold, and he's like, you know, there's a horse stable missing some hair or something.
Yeah,
And I
we
was
used
like,
to
what?
say that all the time, but I don't know.
I think it's true, but I mean, I can't put my life on it. I really don't know. But what is synthetic hair then? What do they use?
Nylon.
Well, that's what I don't know. I'd
Nylon?
have to I'll Google that. Have
Right,
to
Yeah,
look
heated
that
and
up.
stretched nylon.
Wikipedia.
But did you like Cynthia's razor cut straight
No.
hair? No, really?
don't
No,
like the
I
straight
wasn't.
hair?
Well, oh wait, hold on. When she had the little
The first-
hair that she had for the modeling
Yes,
thing or
the
whatever,
first one. Yeah,
it was okay, but it wasn't blended well because she's
That's
really
true.
short.
yeah. No, that's true.
So she didn't have. Something wasn't sitting quite right. But it's a good look for her. Like the style is. She seems to be able to wear almost any hairstyle.
Oh, wait.
But those ponytails looked a little bit raggedy.
The pigtails?
Come on, Courtney. Are you a fan of pigtails on anybody?
I like pigtails. I like it. I like it. I like the idea of it if it was cute, but it looked messy and they were thin and it wasn't right.
Did that girl that she ripped about not having shorts that were long enough? Was she on another modeling show that you know of?
I was going to ask y'all that because she looks familiar as hell,
Yeah.
and I didn't know if it was just because I'm from Atlanta and I haven't seen that girl before, or if I've seen her on TV somewhere.
No, I
But,
think she was on
yeah.
another modeling show for some reason or another.
She has a familiar face, maybe.
Yeah. But I do like the. Oh, so I guess we're gonna. Sorry, Courtney. Did you have anything else that you wanted to add?
Oh,
in
no,
about?
no.
What did you think of the party, though, overall? And what do you think of Candy's line? Do you think it's going to be successful?
I mean, I'm not that familiar with the world of sex toys, but I mean, I would assume if there's a market for it, she will be successful because they look, cute and I don't know what they look like, but she's packaged them well. I thought the idea of the party was great. I don't know why the three of them were like, ew, it's a Twitter party. Like, of course it's a Twitter party. Like she said, those are the people that are going to buy her products. So, of course, she would invite fans. Like, that was stupid.
I thought that was...
But the men were great.
I thought that was stupid of NeNe even saying, because you have a bunch of Twitter followers yourself. What are they thinking when you're out here bashing?
Yeah, exactly.
So-called-
And if you're having a party for a product, like, that just makes sense. Like, I don't understand. I mean, why would I have a closed party with just NeNe, who's sitting there afraid of the dildo, and expect that I'm going to have any sort of success from that?
And
Exactly.
who's never gonna openly buy that kind of stuff anyway? You know,
Exactly.
she's gonna send her assistant for it.
You know she got one.
Or John.
She got one. I think she's just more comfortable with old men, and she feels a little bit intimidated by sexy, youthful, virile men.
Do you think if one of those guys approached her, she'd go for the massage? Maybe because the guys just approached Marlo and Cynthia, she got kind of butthurt.
Maybe behind the scenes, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But she's been weird. Every time they do anything about men and talking about it, like, she's just too much in that area
Yeah,
for no reason.
she acts very pristine.
So you're excited for the reunion, Courtney?
I am, but I'm getting pissed off because I'm worried that the previews are all exciting, and when
And
we
it's
actually
gonna be
get,
janky.
it's going to be lame. So I'm worried, but I'm hoping for goodies.
Well, if you want to get goodies, did you see the trailer for it or the preview for it?
Yes,
Did
with
you
them
love the
yelling at
hair?
each other,
Did you love the hair,
and
though?
Cynthia talking about she can't talk about people, and it was good.
I liked. Did you guys notice the trailer? I thought Kim's wig looked good. I thought Cynthia's wig looked good. Kandi looked good.
Candy's wig was good, yeah.
So what'd you guys think? These girls stepped up their wig game. If anything, you got to tune in to check out those wigs.
Well, let's think about the whole season. Was there really much to talk about besides the Africa trip? I'm really hoping they edit and pull back the whole black baby comment.
You know what? I think the reunion's going to be more entertaining than the season combined.
Well, we said that last time when
Probably.
we did Jersey Housewives, and that didn't happen.
I know.
True.
Ugh.
The reunion was kind of lame.
I hope NeNe doesn't pull that whole, like, I'm too big to speak on this.
Well, it looked like she snapped a bit, so I'm hoping something happens.
I hope she addresses everything, and so do the rest of the ladies.
I do have one question, though. Do we think that Miss Sheree's on steroids? I'm just curious.
Well, you know what,
'cause have you guys noticed?
She is buff.
I would say
but like
yes.
she's getting scary buff. Like it's getting real thick right now.
Oof.
And her legs and thighs at that party, I was like, whoa. And then when NeNe called her out on it in the trailer for the reunion,
Yep,
like
I
fix
know.
your body, I was like,
I would say yes, but I actually just saw Regina King. Southland. We saw her at CPK the other night, and her back is ripped. I'm not talking just muscle tone. Literally, the muscle between her shoulder blades was thick and sticking out. Like, wow, like she's on something. So maybe it's just a
her
matter.
training
She's
for the
just,
show.
yeah, she's pumping it. She is
Sure.
in shape.
Sheree's always had an athletic body,
Yeah.
but you're right. I feel like she's getting buffer. Maybe she's gonna do like Miss Universe like not Miss Universe.
yeah,
what do you call
because
it? Like
her
Miss
neck-
Fitness contest. She can make money. She got
Her neck
fired
is
for girl.
taut. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I hope she is doing Miss Universe because that neck and that jawline is getting a little rough.
Miss Fitness. Yeah.
I was just wondering. I mean,
Well,
they kind of just skipped over the whole because she got Phaedra involved with her divorce and like what's going on with that. I mean, they had a very small summary about the divorce still going on.
I
And
bet you her ex served her and was like, "You're not talking about me anymore on this show," because you're right. It just dropped. We didn't hear anything else about it. No more complaining.
but Courtney called it. She didn't like her from the get go. So she
I ain't liked her
Sheree,
since season 1.
Shangri-La, Sheree, Mud Hut, Sheree.
And let's do some gossip and prediction. So we Stephanie actually, which we miss you, Stephanie. We miss Mikey, Jesse, everybody. She's actually, there's a rumor that she's fired and she's no longer on the show. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Courtney, what do you know?
Well, as I said on Twitter, woohoo! I hope that hoe is gone because I do not like her at all. Or I will say I don't like her character. I obviously do not know the woman. I hope she is a decent human being. But on that show, she is appearing to be a real stank human being that I would hate to be around. So, but I hope she's not broke for real and can't find a job because that would suck because she does have 2 kids. But I'm not a fan. I'm okay with her being gone. She's boring and she stirs up unnecessary stupid trouble like the black babiness.
Oh, right, which they bring up on the trailer. They talked about she's the queen. Phaedra called her on and said, "You're the queen of throwing people under the bus."
And Phaedra's usually pretty reserved about that stuff, and she's
Well, I'm wondering if there was a comment about the whole court case and how she felt she didn't get her money's worth or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure after they've all watched it now and they're like, oh, okay, now we can talk about it.
Now
Let
they
me
can
tell
see all
you
the
what I
things
really
that Phaedra
think.
said. I mean, Sheree has said.
so. And all right, you guys, let's wrap up to a commercial really quick, and we'll be right back with the rest of our predictions. Thanks, Courtney.
AfterBuzz TV.
Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
Hey guys, we're back. We're wrapping up our recap of the Real Housewives of Atlanta's season finale. And I just wanted to ask our Twitter followers, are you guys going to miss Sheree? Let us know. Are you going to miss Sheree? Are you sad that she got the boot? And what do you think? Your thoughts? And Cam, anything?
Serve us a hell no. You can also Twitter us and let us know, like, what do you think the hot topic is going to be for this season, for the reunion? You know, what do you think? Do you think they're going to bring back the Africa tapes? It'll be Africa Gate or something like that. Courtney, you still on, Courtney, or did you run away really quickly?
We don't have Courtney anymore.
That's okay. She'll be on. She'll be on next week.
It's just so interesting that, you know, you guys watch it way more than I do, but the times I've watched, I'm like, that's Sheree, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She is really the most. I like the way Courtney said it. I don't know the woman, but her character is real stank. I mean, and she just is kind of unamusing. It's just interesting for me to think, like, when they do leave the show, like, if she is broke, like, how does that work for her life, you know, her personal life?
Well, yeah, how does that perception of her help her at all, if not hurt her? Because I think NeNe's just as stank, but she makes good television. She actually is something worth watching at some point. You either love or hate them, whereas Sheree, you kind of just like, oh, you just despise her. It's not really worth or fun watching. I wouldn't watch the show for her.
That is such a great point, because NeNe's not likable either, but for some reason she pulls you in and you end up watching her and
even
supporting
Cynthia
her.
You think is entertaining because of the janky relationship she has, you know, that, you know, she's pretty
and her crazy antics.
Who is your guys' favorite character?
I love Kandi.
Kandi is fun. Yeah.
You know what?
She has her own show too. The music show got picked up,
That's
right?
She had a show.
Oh, I didn't know if that was new. Sorry.
No. But she had that show to create a new star or something like that.
Yeah, they were creating
The Kandi Factory.
Exactly. They were going to create a pop star out of people who really weren't that talented. So they were going to mold them into a big pop star.
Right, because she's a singer-songwriter, and I think she also knows her lane. She may not be relevant as deep as she was prior to, you know, Bill's
like in the 90s.
And No Scrubs and all of that kind of stuff, but she knew how to parlay her fame into something else. Why not the adult line? Why, again, my thing has always been for women, why let yourself be exploited? Why not do the exploiting yourself?
And that the whole sex thing for her was it's not new, I don't think, because I believe she'd go online, like you said about her Twitter followers.
She had a podcast, didn't
Candy Coated Nights or something like that.
So good for her. And
she's
then
a
the music
freak,
thing,
and I love it.
She's what?
She's a freak, and that's I think that's what young women. I mean, not to say go out and do it, but I think young women should have a forum. You know, guys talk about it freely. Why can't women? You know, you want equality, provide that kind of forum for young women.
Yeah, and I completely agree with Cam. I definitely love Kandi the most because she's genuinely real. She doesn't have motives.
And she's genuinely rich.
She's genuinely rich. You know, she's not trying to play a character. She's herself. And she's smart.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't get a chance to catch her special of that Kandi Factory, but I'm assuming the series, because I guess it got picked up as a series, is going to be somewhat interesting. She seems vulnerable. She seems like she's going to mentor them. I didn't know the basis though was, you know, that they're kind of not talented, but that's even more interesting if she can make a star out of somebody who's not really.
If anybody can
good.
do it, it's Kandi, because she gave Kim, who could not sing, a hit.
That's good credibility for her.
So I think that's what inspired her, and she might have even mentioned it in the beginning of her new show.
I will try and listen to Kim's country song. I haven't gotten to it yet. Sorry. If anybody has, let us know how it is. Tweet us and let us know.
Yeah, you guys tweet us at AfterBuzz TV. Cam, what's your Twitter handle?
You can reach me at Tomakava777.
And I'm at _ALINA Alina23. All right, you guys, that wraps us up. Thanks for tuning in.
You don't want to do some predictions first?
No, what do you predict? I predict that the big topic is going to revert back to Africa, and then it's all going to spiral from there. I could be totally wrong, but
I predict that the reunion's actually going to be the most entertaining episode we've seen yet, because finally, like, everybody's backstabbing, shit-talking ways is going to be exposed.
Was Marlo on the scene? Did we see her in?
Marlo's there.
Oh, right on.
So you can expect some drama.
Talk about some mugshots. And some chomp songs.
Unnecessary.
All right.
Wrong button. Sorry. Was just trying to end the show. Good job, you guys. Comment on iTunes and rate our show. We do appreciate that.
And you guys, thanks for bearing with me. This was my first time, so I really appreciate it.
She cute, ain't she? Tweet us about that too.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.